Hi everyone, I'm Jake and this is Christopher, and we're here to give you the Catholic Voice recap for this week. Obviously Christopher is not Georgia.
No, I'm not. Hopefully you could tell. But yeah, we've got some cool stories coming up.
So in local stories this week, St Mary's Church in Bungendore has recently celebrated reinstalling their 156-year-old stained glass window. It's actually a very, very nice story, this one. The whole community came together through and ran a number of fairs to raise the majority of the money themselves to be able to refurbish this stained glass window.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So in another cool story, we've got this young bloke, his name's Jason Howes, and he is a former student at St Edmund's College in Canberra, and he is one of the recipients of the Young Canberra Citizen of the Year Award, which is pretty cool. He had experienced a traumatic childhood in Colombia. His story is a testament not only to his courage, but also to the life-changing support that he has received from St Edmund's School and the community, and how he's been able to impact that too.
In wider news from the Archbishop, the Mary MacKillop Solemnity Mass will be performed this Saturday, the 8th of August. Normally the Archbishop makes his pilgrimage out to Eden along with a couple of other 100 pilgrims. And along their walk, normally it's a very prayer-filled occasion and they focus and reflect on the life and work of St Mary MacKillop. Obviously, due to the current circumstances, the Archbishop is not going to be making his way out to Eden this year, but will instead be performing the Mass at the Cathedral with a joint celebration happening in Eden as well. The Mass will be live streamed on the Catholic Voice website on Saturday at 12:15 in the afternoon.
Kind of goes with that never see a need without doing something about it, that MacKillop quote.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, we're seeing the new need and we're doing something about it.
That's exactly
cool.
right, Christopher.
So also this week is Vocations Week, which is pretty epic. So the Archbishop has also focused on Vocations Week, and he's calling a lot of young men and women to just go do something. In his article, he provides a few tips on how we can do this, and whether that's religious life, marriage, or being a single. And yeah, his article can also be found on the Catholic Voice website.
In youth ministry news this week, a new initiative has actually been held within the diocese. From the Cathedral Parish, along with youth ministers across Canberra, they ran a thing called Grilled in God. It was a massive success, with students from years 10 to 12 coming together and hearing from a panel on the topic of what am I worth? The next one will be held of term 4 this year with the topic Swipe Right, are we dating? I don't think we're dating, Christopher.
I'm married, yeah. That's my wife. I'll just pause that.
In wider national news, obviously a lot is happening at the moment throughout Australia, especially with Victoria being on lockdown and Queensland closing their borders to New South Wales and the ACT. If you are feeling unsure about what you should or shouldn't be doing in your parish at this point in time, go check out the Catholic Voice website where we have the official protocols for all of the Archdiocese.
Also, the Australian Catholic Bishops' Conference has released their annual 2020 Social Justice Statement, and the bishops invite us all to reject the stigmatisation and to call for policies that meet the needs of the poorest of the poor and the marginalised, so we can help them the best we can.
Finally this week, the Pope has called for us all to reach out to grandparents and elderly people in our lives and communities. Do not leave them by themselves, is what Pope Francis said after delivering his Angelus to the St. Peter's Square and to the faithful that were gathered there. He made his remarks on the memorial of St. Joachim and St. Anne.
It's our annual Father's Day appeal for retired clergy that's coming up. We have 30 retired priests around the diocese who've spent a lot of time, a lot of their lives serving us, and this is the only fundraiser that we do for them, and it's to raise funds to help them in their retirement. Learn more on how you can donate through the Catholic Voice website. That
on the last Saturday of August this month, there will be a live streamed event for all women across the Archdiocese where they are encouraged to gather in small groups to hear some great sharing and some great talks and participate in some guided prayer experiences together.
Jesus walked into a bar with the 12 disciples, walked up to the bar and said, I'll have 13 glasses of water, please. Then he turns around and winks at the disciples. Do you get it?
No.
Because he can turn it into wine.
Ah.
And there you go.
That makes sense.
I've got another one if you want me to finish with a different Jesus joke.
No, I think it's okay.